Shalom, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Well, it is mid-December on my crypto musing. Well, here's some update. I updated my Hashflare terahashes to 17.1, but today they up the terahashes on Hashflare. I think it's up by about $70 per terahash. So I remember I would buy it in like increments of 2 and I'd pay 300. Now buying 2 terahashes is $440. So I don't think I'm going to buy any more. I'll probably just reinvest it. So which is fine because I have two other contracts. I only have 2.7 on Genesis mining, and I have the $500 mining contract along with another 1,000 alternative coin mining contract with BitClub Network. So I think I'm gonna diverse some of my income from my job with BitClub Network. So for those of you that haven't gotten started on mining, I would do so while you can because it's not too late. You're still in the beginning stages, as hard as that may sound. Just keep in mind, Wall Street just got into cryptocurrency lately. I know they've been thinking about it and wondering what is this, but now they actually have future options with that. So now that Wall Street is in it, it shouldn't be long for the mainstream population to be in it. So my buddy from Chicago, he just got into it in October, and interesting enough, he bought 20 terahashes from Hashflare, and he got it right before they upped it to $70 per terahash. So he did well. So get into it while you can. For those of you that are into it already, I did get open an account with Gemini and Exodus. So Exodus.com is like a wallet you can have on your hard drive. It's just another way of storing your cryptocurrency. So you don't want to, as the saying goes, put your eggs in one basket. You want to diversify. That way, hopefully it doesn't happen, but if you get hacked on one wallet, at least you have another where you keep it into. So spread it out, keep yourself safe. And with Coinbase, if you ever wanted to cash out your cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, you can go to coinbase.com, and you should have already had a bank connected to it, and that's where you can cash out your Bitcoin. But if for some reason Coinbase is too backed up, like it has been as of lately, you can also cash it out on Gemini .io. So I just opened it today. They're checking up on my ID. So once that goes through, then I'll have another way of cashing out my cryptocurrency. I don't plan on it. I just plan on reinvesting on mining and then buying some and holding it in my wallet and letting the value grow. But once it hits February and March, well, I'll have my return on investment going for me. Then I will go about the 50-50 route. 50% of it I will reinvest, and the other 50% I am going to cash out and buy some more gold and silver. So I've got several accounts open and several wallets open, and I've got the two-factor Google Authenticator to help me out. So that's the latest on crypto. So why do I do all this? What's the point of it? Keep in mind, you live for God. You want to believe in God through His Son, Jewish Messiah, Yeshua. Because after you die, you're only going to be in one of two places. You're either going to be in heaven or you're going to go to hell. But you can't go any place else other than those two. And my hope and prayer for you is that you be with God in heaven for all of eternity. That's my hope. That's where I hope to be. So, how does this relate to cryptocurrency? Someday I would like to travel the world and be a missionary. I've always wanted to do that, and but one thing I didn't want to do was ask people for money. So if they have any extra money, send it to a third world country in Asia where starving children are going to die because they don't have enough food to eat, or even where you live, there's always people in need of help. Right where you live, that can be your own missionary field. So I desire to go out there and travel. Now I was born in the Philippines. Some of have Filipino background, so I want to build a house there, a two bathroom, three bedroom house. That way I have a house I can call home. So if my sister, either one of the two, ever need a place to go, they have a place in the Philippines. It'll always be home for us. Or if any of my sister's kids, they want to go there, they can go there as well. Plus, it would be one of my missionary field is to reach out to the Filipinos and tell them that God loves them and He sent His Son Yeshua to die on the cross for their sin, so they can believe in Him, the gospel, be with God for all of eternity. And I see cryptocurrency as a way to pay for house. The house I'd want to build brand new, concrete with steel rebar designed to withstand a typhoon. And I would also like to buy a plot of land to where I can grow mangoes and coconuts and be self-sufficient. And I'd want to have mongoose around the island. That way they can kill the snakes because I hate snakes. I do not like them at all. I would like also to have dogs out there, to help protect the property, especially Akita. I love those dogs. They're beautiful dogs out there, amazing, wonderful animal. They're smart, independent. They're gonna make a good, wonderful family dog and watchdog to guard the property. So I'd like to have those, and I also like to have horses to help out with the field and just to ride around and be. I think it'd be a cool animal to have. So I'd want to do that and help with my neighbors. I'd also want to have a connection between the Philippines and Israel. That's my first projects to have a house in the Philippines, and I'm also wanting to build a house in Israel as well. So that'll be a tougher task. It'll be more expensive being in the Holy Land, but I'll get that started. Probably maybe 2 years from now if the cryptocurrency goes as I plan. So I just gotta pay my due diligence, stay active, stay invested, make some smart move. And also I was in a webinar for Amazon affiliate with Jeremy and Austin. They've been in it. They've made over 100 million in sales through Amazon the last, I think, 16 years. So I looked up into it. I had thought about buying into the program, but there's also a webinar that I missed today. It was supposed to be at 8, but I was talking with my buddy Dean from Chicago. But I'm gonna look at the replay of that webinar and decide which of the two I'd want to pick from. But one of the reasons why I want to do the webinar is wherever I go, as long as I have access to internet and my laptop or computer, I can always make a source of income. So when I'm traveling doing my missionary work, I can be self-sufficient, support myself, and go spread the gospel as God had commanded us. And anybody out there that have extra money, go support other missionaries. All right, go support the innocent children out there that are starving. Support the widow who is struggling. Go out there, buy Bibles, or even be your own missionary. And God called us all to spread the gospel, and eventually that's what life comes down to is relationship. That's really what life is all about. It's a relationship with God and relationship with your neighbors. That's really what life comes down to. So that's why I do all this is I don't want to be a burden to other people. I want to be self-sufficient and go spread God's love, the same love that God has for me, God has for everybody else. Is that some people don't know that, don't realize it. So they need to know this love that God has for them through His Son, Yeshua. And we need to know forgiveness because we live in a